That's a great game.
Yay! I think it's working now. I should be live. There we
Yay.
go. Sorry about that, guys. Fucking goddamn OBS. I literally all I did was turn my fan off, and it managed to interfere with my capture card so much that it caused it to freeze.
It was just like,
Ugh.
no,
God damn it.
you must cool.
You must be the cool man.
Well, hopefully everything's in sync. I've got no idea. Is Moobot even
It was
working?
like-
Is the chat working?
It
I
was
don't
like
fucking
we
know.
were playing Oops Chili. You need to stay cold.
Book's cool horseman.
Oh my god, I'm actually genuinely annoyed by that. Alright.
It's okay. Bleh.
I'm gonna go back down to 2 days a week streaming, I think, so I can work on other stuff.
Yeah.
No worries.
So it'll be
Excuse you?
Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesdays and Fridays.
Because the reason I picked up streaming more often is because I was worried about not being able to afford to fucking feed myself. But then I got that government grant for running my own business during COVID, and I'm like, well...
Well, there's other things that you want to do, isn't there?
Well, I want to
So-
fucking make music. And the streaming's taking up a lot of that time.
Yeah. Ooh.
What?
I'm gonna grab my broken keyboard from my parents.
Oh, sweet. Have you spoken to
when
them
I
about that
can.
guitar as well?
Yeah, it should. I'm hoping it's in their attic somewhere, but my mum seems to think that I took it and bought it here. But
No.
if I have got it here, it would be in the attic, which I can't get into. But I don't remember bringing it here, so they'll have a look in the attic because my old keyboard's in the attic.
Well, if it's not
I
in
quite
their
like
attic, don't freak out. We can check your attic when I come down.
Yeah,
Why can't you go in your own attic? Just out of
Oh,
curiosity?
Lactu Skip.
there's
It's scary.
there's. Well, no, it's not that it's scary.
It's like
I
scary to
don't-
get into.
It's scary to get into because I haven't got a ladder high enough to get into there, so I have to like take my ladder out, then use the ladder to climb up onto my laundry cupboard, get onto my laundry cupboard, and then pull myself up into the attic because it's a high ceiling house.
Hmm.
So I'd rather not do that when I'm by myself.
Yeah,
No,
wait
yeah,
till
I
I'm
get
there.
it.
There is stuff in there because I've put stuff in there.
You could probably get a. How does the lid open? Is it just one of those you push to one side things?
Well, the thing is, I don't think Flick really wants to be up a ladder no matter what with nobody else in the house.
no,
I
I'm
can't.
not saying with nobody else in the house. I'm saying like as a future.
Yeah, I was planning on
investment
buying
thing, get one of those ladders that pulls down.
I was planning on buying a ladder that extends rather than just stands on its own,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, I
possibly
mean-
down the line investing in one that's attached to the actual door.
Yeah, it
My-
needs
my
a-
dad
it does need
Has a
better.
ladder that's really good because it's one of those that extends. But then, because he's been decorating and stuff, you can actually split it into two parts,
I know the ones. I used to use
connect
them
those two
for window
parts
cleaning.
together, and then put a wooden plank over it and use it as a platform.
Ah, cool.
We used to use those ones for window cleaning.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
But what inspired me
Balls.
to be like, can I get my keyboard from my parents' house? I sent Pockets like a really old piece of music I wrote when I was like a teenager and still in school. I was like, can you do something with this? And then the thing that Pockets gave back to me was like the most amazing thing I've ever heard. It made me cry.
Nah.
And my mum was so proud of what you'd done, Pockets, that she shared it with my granddad.
Holy shit.
And my granddad then gave me like a list of people to look up.
Cool.
Because my granddad's a musician. He used to
Did your
play double
granddad love
bass.
the massive metal section of that song?
He probably did. I
First trip.
First trip.
So yeah, I've got like a few different things. I'm like, I'll just tinkle with it and
Tingle.
send little recordings to Pockets, and Pockets can be like, "Oh, use that if you want to use it."
Oh, gaming vlogger in with a host. Hells yeah, my dude.
Oh yeah!
Thank you so much for the host. Absolute legend. How are you, gaming vlogger? You doing alright?
Living the dream.
God damn it.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Got it. Sweet. I'm good, thanks.
Just try.
Sweet,
I'm
sweet
sleepy
something.
as heck, my dude. I napped today. I haven't even eaten that much today, which is surprising considering that's pretty much all I've done in lockdown is eat. Yeah. But it's gonna be a short stream today because I'm so fucking tired. We're just gonna do a few runs, read out that thing,
I
and
think
then
that's definitely a problem when it gets like too hot.
come on, man.
Everyone just gets real sleepy. Because it's like anything you do is such an effort. It's like I can't be asked.
Yeah, especially because we're all kind of stuck in the house anyway. Like it's not, you know. I'd quite like to go out more
Yeah.
often. Shit, what the hell happened there? Where am I?
Hey Pockets,
Yes.
you know the problem I have during the winter and my heating doesn't come on?
Yeah, there's a timer issue there, right?
Guess what?
What?
Now that it's really fucking hot all the time, my heating wants to come on all the time.
We need to fix that fucking timer.
Like, what are you doing? I wake up in the morning, it's like 26 degrees in the house because the freaking heating's on. I'm like, really? Do you have to?
I'm gonna decipher that fucking dial thing you've got. I'm gonna figure that shit out when I'm down there.
It definitely needs new batteries in the thermostat thing.
I just think it's because it's all wireless, so I'm thinking it might just be too far away to like tell the boiler what you want.
Well, it definitely turns on if you ask it to turn on.
Yeah.
Please turn on.
Please, I'm freezing. But it
Ooh,
takes
grab-
ages to turn off, so. But I'm cold.
I remember
Yeah.
arguing with that fucking boiler when I was there.
I know. And you were like, why don't you do something about it? I'm like, I don't know how it works.
Pockets.
I've lived here since I was a child. I don't fucking understand it.
It's time for a Marsh dumb hypothetical question.
Okay.
Would you rather fight an army of Goomba-sized Banzai Bills or a Banzai Bill-sized Goomba?
I mean, a Banzai Bill-sized Goomba, because they're fucking dumb.
But it's huge.
Yeah. There is Banzai Bill-sized Goombas in this game.
No, not the current Banzai Bill size. So you're thinking Mario World size Banzai Bill? Current Banzai Bill is like big enough to fill a whole screen. He's gigantic.
He's a big boy then, is he?
He's huge.
Check out that time save, dude. And I was slow on that skip as well.
Living the dream.
Oh yeah. Happy about that. Alright, Penguin, don't fuck me.
Be the opposite of Jerry.
I think I just need to practice. Here's the thing. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy speedrunning Super Mario 64. But like, I'm constantly thinking, what game shall I play now? And I'm like, God damn it. I just want to play Mario.
Then just play Mario.
Kick.
And then sometimes VR chat.
Yeah, well, VR Chat Fridays is definitely a thing.
VR chat Fridays with the Floof boys.
That wasn't so smooth. Ugh. Get up there,
Once-
Mario.
Once they do the next update to the VR chat stuff, I'm probably gonna start working on an Udon-based world.
Cool. Air's
because the
Udon
next-
World's amazing.
The update that's currently in the public beta, it fixes the chair issue, so you no longer come out of your avatar when you're in a chair.
Oh, brilliant. That's really annoying.
So I was gonna make F-Zero, but in VR chat,
Oh, God.
with like I'd do two carts, one that works as desktop use, so just WASD, and then a VR use one where you actually have a
Oops.
steering wheel inside, and you actually have to physically turn.
I might not have made
Like-
this. Oh, I didn't make it.
The cars
Run
would have
over.
health bars and stuff.
Run over. We killed the penguin.
You nearly made it. You just dropped the penguin at the edge. Poor penguin.
They didn't get enough
That
speed.
poor baby penguin.
God! Give me a sec. I'm just gonna recover. Fuck.
I wonder what the world would be like if Charles Martinet never voiced Mario. Like if we kept the like Super Mario Super Show style voice for
Hey,
Mario.
paisanos! That's the Luigi
Yeah.
voice.
He was like quite raspy, wasn't he? He was like, "Eh, Luigi."
We gotta get
Like,
to
yeah.
the Mushroom Kingdom, Luigi, and have some pizza with a princess.
And then
The only
Luigi was
voice
like,
that stayed the
Mario,
same
what
from that cartoon
look
to
at
now is the Toads. Because the Toads in
Kinda.
that show are like, Hey Mario!
Yeah.
Basically, everybody from that show smoked about 40 a day.
Bowser's voice was sorry, King Koopa, because he wasn't called Bowser in that show.
King Koopa. Bear voice. God damn it, what
How
did I...
did they do the Mario song go?
Swing your arms from side to side. That's all I can remember.
Something, come on, do the Mario.
Take one step and then again.
Oh.
That's as far as I remember.
something, do
Because
the
I
Mario.
think the thing is that the
Sponge.
Do the Mario song, when I watched the show, because I watched it as like reruns on Pop on TV, I don't think they had that ending anymore.
Nah.
Like it wasn't there.
I think they cut it because they wanted to save time to play them back to back with Sonic episodes, right?
Yeah, because they played Sonic Underground.
'Cause I remember
and-
babysitting
babysitting
my cousins, and would they stick Pop on it, I'd be like, it's Mario, it's Sonic, yeah, boy! And it was like proper Sonic, like Urkel Sonic.
But was
Also,
it
I learned-
Sonic Underground?
No,
Because that was the
No,
best.
no, Underground was on Pop as well.
I never watched
Underground.
Underground on there.
Underground has a good idea for a show. Oh my god, is it bad?
The theme song's amazing though.
Sonic Underground.
Like, has anyone here
tells the
seen the scene
entire
in Underground
story.
with Knuckles in it?
No, I can't. I was
It's
a kid when I
so
watched it,
bad.
I don't remember.
It made a resurgence on Twitter because of how bad this scene is. Basically, Knuckles is like about to like he's like wobbling on a cliff, and Sonic just goes, how about a little bit of applause? There's like this awkward silence. There's no background music, and Sonic just starts clapping with this really weird facial expression. And then as Knuckles falls, Sonic dashes forward and saves him. And Knuckles has like a really weird voice. I'm just like, oh, I just can't.
I'm sorry, man. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic,
That's not
he's got an attitude. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. A fucking great theme. I love that so much.
Yeah. If like the idea of classic Knuckles having a voice ever comes up, I immediately go, oh, the Sonic OVA. Because Knuckles in that was fucking fantastic.
Oh, bollocks.
Which, by the way, you still haven't watched that, have you, Pockets?
Nope.
The Sonic OVA.
It's in my list of shit to watch. Oh, balls. I might just restart this run.
We've got to finish watching Outlaw Star.
Yeah, we're watching Outlaw Star. Although the OVA is only 2 episodes, though.
The Outlaw Star's so
Are
good.
you enjoying it?
I like the theme song.
That's the best part.
I'm currently
Through
trying...
the night! Wait, I understood that last part. What the fuck?
I'm currently trying to decide which Fate series I'm going to start watching again.
Seven.
But I'm thinking of doing the Grand Order series, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Netflix or anything. I'm like, oh, come on, just give it to me.
Who's Netflix?
I didn't say anything about it.
That's funny. I love pulling that shit all the time. Although I didn't pay for it for like a year. My friend Allison paid for it. Oh, man.
I have Disney Plus, so I'm gonna be probably just watching really old Disney films.
Hells yeah, dude.
And the Mandalorian. That's on there.
Oh, The Mandalorian's
And the
great.
Mandalorian's on there.
Oh my
yeah.
god, The Mandalorian's so good. Could have
But
been
I
better
really-
though if they'd like, aimed it at a slightly higher age demographic. But I am restarting. God damn it.
Dude, I just want to watch Hercules
Hercules.
because it's like one of those Disney films that's really underrated.
Ah, is it underrated? I always hear very high praise for Hercules.
It didn't
At the
really,
time,
yeah,
it didn't do very well,
it didn't do very well
Okay.
at the time.
but I think people like it now.
I think the PlayStation game did better than the movie.
God, that
Yeah.
PlayStation game was awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
The TV
But the thing
series
is,
did
Well-
better than the movie. You know, the
well, the
Hercules
thing
crossover
is
Xena.
that the thing is that Hercules.
Hey, nice one, Chips.
The
doing?
film when it came out, because it looks so different from all of the other Disney films, people just kind of rejected it. They were like, "This isn't a Disney film," but they,
And now
you know,
Disney is just copy and paste the same face onto every single new
Hey,
princess
Exo.
we chuck out.
pretty much.
Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Exo.
I'm having a bourbon and you can't stop me. Bourbon biscuit. It's happening.
Yeah, but
I-
been drinking.
I'll just have one finger of bourbon, please.
Exactly.
The mighty finger of bourbon.
I keep looking at the wrong damn camera.
But the question is, Pockets, would you do it for a McVitie's biscuit?
Depends what it is.
Would you risk it for the biscuit?
Risk it for a biscuit, my dude.
Risk what for a biscuit?
Anything.
No. It's a fucking biscuit.
I would risk it for a biscuit if the risk was, you know, like dropping a piece of tissue on the floor. And
Exactly.
picking it
I
back
wouldn't. I
up.
wouldn't risk my life for a biscuit. Fuck that noise.
Do you
I
remember
bet
the
someone would.
the Fox's biscuits adverts with the like panda, the like
Oh.
mob boss panda?
Yeah, he was
Balls.
great.
I
Biscuit.
got latitude.
Fox's
Fucking-
biscuits.
Fucking lackey too, man. Fuck's sake.
Fucking Jerry, what a twat.
What a twat face, Jerry. Honestly, it's been 6 years since you
No,
played
but
Mario
it's so
64.
good.
Well, we're not actually playing it this stream. We're breaking it.
No, we're just watching someone else play actually.
Yeah.
Run invalidated.
I can't wait to try my new controller though. It's probably gonna get me a minute to get used to it though.
Yeah.
I do apologise if I burp a lot. I am drinking Iron Brew because it's a beautiful cold drink.
Witness Exhibit A.
I do love the whole the speedrun community is like, good game,
Oh,
let's break it in
fuck!
half.
Oh, that's broken. There's no way I'm gonna get no. No fucking way. That's like the
what-
worst RNG ever. Oh, it's Punch.
Princess Punch.
Princess Punch.
Princess Punch.
Right, I think I find she's Princess Toadstool.
Peach.
Peach.
Well, this was the game that they transitioned from Princess Toadstool to Peach in the US and EU.
Because
Same-
she was
same
always
with-
called
same with
Peach. in
Bowser.
Japan.
It's from King Koopa.
Nah. We can't call him King Koopa.
Why not King Koopa?
I prefer Bowser.
I prefer King Koopa.
Bowser.
Nah, man.
But he's not a
Bowser-
Koopa.
He's the king of the
Bowser-
Koopas.
Bowser's easier for me to say.
Sure. You've still to watch the Mario Brothers movie though.
I don't want to watch it.
It's actually, if you watch it as not a Mario movie, it's fucking hilarious.
How am I supposed to
Oh,
watch it?
fuck.
It's not a Mario movie.
No, I need to restart. Sorry guys, there's a lot of restarts right now, but I want to kind of get a decent start to a run.
No matter what you say about that film, Pockets, even not as a
It's
Mario
funny,
film, it's
dude.
not a good film.
10,000 years ago, a meteorite hit the earth. It's like that's the opening line. It's like we're talking about Mario here. What the fuck? Oh my god, that whole movie is like so bad. It's good. It's like it's up there with Tank Girl in my opinion, like with how bad it is.
But have you watched The Room?
No,
No.
because you said you were
Oh,
gonna
hi,
watch it with
Mark.
me.
I think we should, during this fucking lockdown malarkey, we should all get on VR and all watch it together.
Yeah, let's do
It's
it.
It's
in
so
Korea
bizarre.
it's in Korea as well.
Let's do it then.
Yeah,
Let's-
it's
let's-
such a bizarre film. Like you have to, because you've seen reviews on it.
Saturday
but
night? Question mark.
Kind of.
Sure,
Let's do that.
because
Maybe.
I'd watched the nostalgia. Was it nostalgia?
Yeah, the
Critic?
Nostalgia Critic did the review on it.
Yeah, I watched another few people's reviews, but they don't talk about half the stuff that happens in that film.
Mm.
Obviously, because it's a review.
Has anyone noticed the fact that like the Nostalgia Critic's been brought up on Twitter a lot recently?
What's he
Like,
doing now?
Fuck.
He's not done anything. Like, I guess some YouTube drama's been going on, and a lot of people are just bringing up like this is the only YouTube drama I'll accept, and then it's clips of the Nostalgia Critic versus AVGN.
Oh, so that came up again because the guy who commented on the Nostalgia Critic video at the time that inspired the battle between AVGN and the Nostalgia Critic has owned up to it on Twitter. The guy who actually kicked all that off has finally gone, "It was me, I'm sorry."
So what did he do?
He just posted a little clip on Twitter proving that it was him.
Yeah,
but-
he literally because the Nostalgia Critic does a video where he's basically like, so you people have been comparing me to a certain angry video game, and like one of the comments is this guy, like he's still around kind of thing.
Just changed his username, but the URL still the same sort of thing on YouTube.
But I love the fact like that whole thing must have kicked off, and because James Rolfe, the guy who made the Angry Video Game Nerd, like he's actually a really nice guy.
They both are.
He probably looked at all the comments and then was immediately like, I gotta get in contact with the Nostalgia Critic to do something for this. That would
Yeah.
be hilarious.
I will say all of their
Yeah.
crossovers were fantastic.
Yeah.
At least we didn't
I
grab the
love
edge
them
this time.
both. They're both such
It's a
nice
shame about
people.
the whole, horror stories of productions of like Cassia and shit like that, and some of the behind the scenes stuff that went down at that guy with the glasses. Like, that's a bit of a blight on an amazing, fun production company.
I think a lot of shit happens at a lot of companies.
Yeah,
And,
not at my company.
well,
You have
no,
a company.
I'm self-employed. I run my own company.
It's because you're the only employee.
I work with
And
a lot
you're
of people
also
though.
the CEO.
Got a point. He does work with a fairly large amount of people.
Yeah, well, you're not going to report yourself, are you?
No, but other people might. And am I a dick? No. So
That's up for debate.
thanks, buddy. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Oh my God, we got Clippy!
Yay!
And now the
for
penguin
Troy.
squeeze you.
Oh my God, I can't believe we got Clippy. It was a slow Clippy, but we got Clippy.
Slow Clippy's better than no Clippy.
Exactly. Hey, I see you're trying to
I
clip through
want
this wall.
full Clippy.
Full Clippy.
Give me full
I
Clippy.
demand full Clippy.
I demand full Clippy.
I really want to commission some artists to do some cucky artwork. That sounds so wrong. The character from Sonic called Cucky, right? Come on.
How many times has Cucky actually been like named?
I don't think very many times. I think he was probably just like game one. That's the only
'Cause-
time I've seen
'cause-
that design.
Flicky shows up consistently.
Yeah, but because none of the other ones do.
I mean, I think all the ones in 3D Blast had individual names.
They're all just flickies though. That's their species, apparently.
Let me look into it.
Don't search Cookie on
Yeah,
Google.
don't search Cucky on Google.
No,
for the
I
love of God.
literally typed in Sonic 3D Blast bird
Oh
names.
shit. That was real bad.
Uh,
Oh, that's interesting.
First try.
First try.
We got Clippy in first try.
amazing. Well done.
Sweet. The rest is gonna go horrible. But
Okay,
we've
so
got it on my dudes.
canonically, the flickies in Sonic 3D Blast are from an alternate dimension.
Wait, what? Oh, come
The
on,
plot
Sonic.
for 3D Blast is Dr. Robotnik discovers mysterious birds called flickies that live on an island in an alternate dimension.
Makes sense.
It's also, judging from this, they can travel anywhere using large rings. Isn't that like part of the plot to the Sonic movie?
That was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Haven't seen it.
Oh, so you finally changed your tone of voice on that one? Because every time I said, hey, let's watch the Sonic movie, you're like, no, it's crap.
I mean, it's okay. So my main thought on it, it's a good movie. They could have done more with it, but it's a good like shut your brain off. Let's have a fun romp at a kids film. Like that's exactly what it is. I wouldn't say
think-
it's as good as Detective Pikachu or anything, but like
I think what one person put as a really good thing is if you basically didn't have Sonic, or like even if you just didn't have the guy who basically fixed most of the problems with the movie on board, it would just be another generic cartoon character human buddy road trip.
Yeah, it's a
movie.
buddy road trip movie essentially, but like with some actual like nice cartoonish moments. And the thing is, some of those moments in that film that happen, I'm like, how would they have managed that with the original design? There's no way.
Well, no, because again, a lot of the script, it wasn't just the design that got changed, a lot of the script got changed as well once they brought whatever his name was on board.
You know, he's like that whole company that reanimated that went out of business before that movie even got released.
Yep.
It's a shame, man. Fucking animators need recognition.
The thing that does suck is like a lot of people immediately were like, "Oh, Sega, screw you! This is all your fault. This company went out." It's like, no, it's actually Paramount. Sega just gave the licensing. They didn't do much else.
A lot of hardworking animators worked to the fucking bone, pulling late nights for that fucking movie, to then be out of a job like 3 months before. Well, sorry, a month before the film fucking launches. It's like Jesus.
It sucks.
There's probably a lot of other film companies that are, or like subsidiaries of film companies that are going to be closed down because of
God damn it. I'm usually better at
COVID as
this.
well. Because they've pushed back a lot of films coming out because
Mario?
nobody can go to the cinema to watch them. That's where they make most of their money.
There's also the fact of there's a lot of like things that
Mario,
are saying
what the fuck?
the actual cinema industry is going to become, after COVID's all
Jesus
over, it's going to
Christ.
become more of a novelty than an actual viable thing.
Right, Mario's
Because-
controlling like shit right now. I lost all that
I
time
like going
save.
to the cinema.
Well, no, that's the thing. You like going to the cinema, but they're saying it's not going to become like a, from a business standpoint, it's not going to be
I doubt that.
viable because
The-
like
you
all the
gotta
movies,
remember-
all the movies that were ready to go to cinema and just released on streaming services, like they did way better than they ever predicted, kind of thing.
Balls. I need to concentrate on the run.
I don't know. I just like the vibe of going to the cinema because it reminds me of when I was a kid.
Yeah, again,
Like-
that's what I'm saying. Like these theories all saying, it basically seems like it's going to be a novelty and nostalgia thing more so than an actual. This is the only way to watch this movie.
I
I don't know. I think maybe after this whole thing, people might
I won't talk,
actually
it's
want to
fine.
go to the films a bit more. Carry on.
No,
Sorry.
don't worry about it. I need to concentrate on the run anyway. Oh god. Yeah, I'm behind again. God damn it.
Well,
Are you?
not too
I mean,
bad.
it's still in the green.
Yeah, but no, I'm as in like I'm plus on all my splits.
I mean,
Well, you might
not
make it
not enough
better.
that you can't make up.
Let me wallow. I can
No.
complain because it helps me run faster. I balls that up. Oh no. Holy shit. Nice one. Yay! That's not the way the camera usually goes. Why did it do that? Oh, that's fine. Penguin time. Don't fuck me, penguin. God damn it.
Probably will.
Oh, it's fucking me. There we go.
So,
Why does it do that? I never used to fucking do that. It's so crazy. Oh no, I've ballsed it. Completely ballsed it. Oh, this run is dead. Oh, we're gonna keep going anyway.
Marsh is gone.
Where's Marsh gone?
Just not in the VC anymore.
Weird. No worries, Marsh. He's in the chat.
Ah,
We should read that thing out soon, right?
yeah, got it ready.
Sweet.
I'll need to change monitor so I can actually read it.
Yeah.
Because it's all smudged.
At the end of this run, how about we give that a shot?
Yeah. We could have put dramatic music behind it.
Nah, I'm just gonna play some chill stuff. It's not really a dramatic read, is it? It's just stupid.
I've read like 2 little segments of it and was thoroughly confused.
I
And
I didn't split oof to chili.
Oh no! Split it now. Oh.
Sorry.
Or restart.
I mean, the thing is, it'll fuck my splits up. So when I do runs after it, and it was a terrible run anyway. So
We could
fuck
do a
it.
song called "Fuck My Splits Up."
Isn't that a Prodigy song?
Yeah. Fuck my splits up. Fuck my splits up.
Hmm. It's gonna be a short stream tonight. I don't know how long it'll be going
Yeah.
for because the fucking whole thing had to be reset. It's like God
Well-
fucking damn it.
It happens sometimes.
Mm.
No need to worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh my god! The cats are all still passed out in random areas of the house at the moment.
Because it's
trying to
like
convince
real
him.
warm.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm trying to convince them to go outside because there's a breeze outside. And they go outside for 2 seconds and then they're like, no, I'm gonna come back inside.
I mean, you know what it's like to be
Uh.
wrapped entirely in fur and then be told to get the fuck out the house. It's like, man, nah.
Well, the thing is, it's definitely cooler outside than it is in here at the moment.
I imagine at this time of night, probably.
But they're all just like, I woke up this morning and Ziggy, like, usually is on the end of the bed by my feet, and he's the one that wakes me up. He like makes a little noise, and he comes over and he's like, "Wake up, woman, feed me." But today I couldn't feed him by my feet, and I got up and got out of my room, and he was on the landing upside down.
Doing his dead
And
cat
just li-
impression.
Yeah, it just looked at me like, nah. I'm just gonna stay here for the rest of time. I got to play Postman today
Yeah?
as well. Yeah. It's the
How so?
problem when you have the same house number 3 times on one road.
It's like one's a A, one's a B. And yours was the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah.
And they're
Seems
nowhere
like-
near each other as well, which surprises me.
No, we're all next to each other.
Alright, okay.
A and B are next to me. It's just that those houses didn't exist before.
Yeah, they look like new builds when I was down there.
Well, they've been there since I was a
In
child.
comparison to your house, is
But
what
yeah,
I mean.
they're completely different style to
Yeah.
everything else. I think it was an alleyway there or something. So they were like, "What do we call these houses?" Oh, A and B. That makes sense. So most of the time, I get my neighbour's mail.
That makes me think that that property used to belong to your house then, and they sold that part of land, and they couldn't number it any differently because I'm imagining there's another number above yours.
Maybe.
I mean that would make sense to me.
I'll have a look. I'll see if I technically own the houses.
Well, no, you
next
won't
to
own
me.
them anymore because they got sold years ago. But like that's the way that kind of property development tends to go.
Yeah. My other neighbour on the other side was talking to me about the length of my garden in comparison to the length of their garden.
Yeah.
And there's a foot difference. So they have a foot longer garden than I have.
Right.
And they think that that's supposed so everyone on my street's supposed to be in line with like my garden. But they've all like pinched a little bit of the people behind's gardens. I was like, cheeky.
I mean, I remember I used to live in a flat, and it was with my mum. I was like young, real young. And there are downstairs neighbors. We had a shared garden. Well, we say a shared garden area. We had like definitely like our half of the garden and their half of the garden, and it was like written up in the lease and stuff like this was our half of the garden. And we woke up one morning and they started adding paving slabs down the whole part of the garden, taking up half of our garden with paving slabs. And we were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is our garden. Like, you're digging up our garden out of paving slabs. And they insisted that, like, you know, it's our garden, the whole thing's our garden. We had to go through this whole legal thing of, like, you know, being like, oh yeah, this is technically our property and stuff like that. Went through the whole thing, and eventually it was just like, you know what, fuck it, just have it, it's fine. And it wasn't until ages later that they decided to tell us, oh yeah, it was for a wheelchair user. It was like, dude, if you'd have told us it was for a wheelchair user in the beginning, we'd have been like, go for it. Instead of being like so defensive about it, saying, no, it's our garden. It's ours.
Fucking... That's how some people be though. Like, it's like if you actually like approach the situation by being calm and not thinking that someone's accusing you of something, and you just explain, well, we're doing this because of this purpose. People are a little bit more receptive.
Yeah.
You know, just be chill.
I remember their dog chased me. Fucking scary dog. That thing was terrifying. It was like some sort of collie. It wasn't a purebred collie. It was something else. Crossed with a something.
Cauliflower.
No, I just remember like it would chase me every time I took our dog out for a pee. And there was this one time it chased me and it was like slavering and barking and snapping at me, and I was like trying to kick it away. It was like right up against me, and my dad had to come and rescue me.
It was
fucking
like
scary
a
dog.
tasty little creature.
Dude, that dog was so scary.
He wanted to eat you.
Yeah.
He was like, you're a delicious small child. Wait. Don't take that out of context.
You know, we're talking about... You know what I'm talking about. Come on now.
No, don't take what I said out of context.
That's what I'm saying. Don't say that, otherwise people will take it out of context.
I've definitely not had a dog think that I was delicious.
I think Storm would have eaten you.
I would have let him eat me.
Tuh.
I love that dog. I want one.
We're gonna get one called, was it Breeze?
Breeze. Oh no, bad name. Tornado.
Are you kidding me?
Tornado the dog. Come here, Tornado. What would you call a dog called Tornado for short?
Tor?
Tor. What about Nado?
You call it Dognado.
Dognado. It's like Sharknado.
But with dogs.
But with dogs.
Yeah.
Like nobody's scared. Everyone's like, "Oh, happy boys."
Look at the happy doggos. It's like bork, 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 bork. Like that's the sound of the Dognado.
And you get at least one like derpy pug in the mix. Oh man, some dogs are so derpy and cute. Like, I always find it odd that some creatures are so ugly, it makes them adorable. Why can't it be like that for human beings?
I mean,
why
that's
can't
me.
I be so ugly that I'm adorable?
You're, I mean,
Whoa. Dude. I can't believe you'd say that about me.
I was kidding, come on now.
Sure.
I was doing a bit.
You were doing a bit?
Yeah.
Is this just a bit to you?
Is our whole relationship just a bit to you? Well, it is, because you're gonna, you know, on the altar, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's just a prank, bro.
No. It's gonna be on my deathbed after we've had like several children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
You'll be like, just as you pass away, you'll be like, it's just a prank, bro, and then all the camera guys will come out from behind the curtains, and the kids will bring out their cameras. And
they'll come out with their Zimmer frames and ivory bags. One's got his catheter in, it's just about to fall out like, oh Jesus.
The longest YouTube prank of all.
Yeah.
Will YouTube even exist? Probably liquid YouTube that you inject into your eyeballs.
It's just like the Truman Show, but like epic prank. Epic prank. Man, the Truman Show like freaked me out when I was
Yeah,
a kid.
same here.
I was like, what if this is real?
Same here.
Like, is someone trying to tell me something?
Had the same fucking feeling when I watched The Truman Show.
It's a really, really good film though, and I would recommend that people watch it if they haven't.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It was a
though.
nice bridge between Jim Carrey's like funny side of things and serious acting.
I like
He's got
Jim
such a
Carrey.
range.
I don't like believe in his beliefs, but as an actor, he's amazing.
He's got such a huge range.
Yeah, I think he's great. I'd watch anything he was in because I like him. So, and I can separate the art from the artist.
Yep,
so-
that's something I have to do regularly
That's-
with a bunch of musicians that I fucking listen to these days.
Yeah, it's a really important thing for everybody to do. I think, especially now when
Shit.
cancel culture
Fuck!
is like
Sorry.
cancel culture is like a massive thing at the moment, and a lot of people are like getting on these bandwagons of cancel this person that makes this fantastic or made this fantastic thing that everybody loves, but we're never going to speak of this
So
person
I-
again
I-
because they made one mistake.
So I'm more susceptible to if it's a group thing or like a partner thing, and one person has this whole cancel culture thing happen to them. Like for example, Michael Jackson. Phenomenal music. Had this whole cancel thing because of the like lots of very serious accusations, which is understandable. But you got to remember that Michael Jackson wasn't the only person who worked on those tunes. Like for example, Quincy Jones has a lot to fucking answer for those records. Like holy shit, that is like Bad, for example. That's a fucking banging tune. So you got to remember like that. If it's I feel as if it's one person and it's like legitimate, like it's proven, then I think probably that's a thing you got to think about. But
Yeah, I think there's a big thing at the moment that seems to be people are just cancelling people over like no evidence.
I'm waiting for people to cancel me over my old YouTube videos. Christ.
Well, I think people learned a lot after Toby Turner.
Yeah.
And Pro Jared actually. Let's get both sides of the story and actually investigate it rather than just blindly believe someone. As unpopular of an opinion as that might be, I don't think that Toby Turner did anything wrong. I think he's probably an asshole. Probably isn't so much of an asshole now, but probably was back then. And a bad boyfriend or whatever. But I don't think he did the things that he was accused of doing and it was never proven.
Again, it's all public opinion, isn't it? Like you can never really trust one person's opinion against another, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to. I feel as
People
if,
are
and,
kinda-
and then making that shit public, I feel as if that is not an okay space to do anything.
I
in.
just think the really sad thing with Toby Turner is that he was the first one that this kind of happened to.
Yeah.
And he was doing so well. Like he had like shows on Cartoon Network and was like doing promos for Cartoon Network, like in between shows. Like he would introduce the next show and things like that. He had toys out, all sorts of like deals and stuff, and he was just really like taking off. And then one thing happens, someone says something on a blog, and then everything just gets ripped away from him. And he's got a bit of a following still, but not like.
He was
not
all
even
over the
half.
fucking place before. I remember seeing him on like the front of YouTube like all the damn time.
Yeah,
Shit.
I genuinely like loved his content because he was over the top,
Yeah.
but he didn't like annoy me with how over the top he was. If that makes sense.
I understand.
Like, because I used to watch PewDiePie, and then it got to a point where he started getting really, really over the top, and you could tell it was so forced and on purpose, and I was like, oh, I can't watch this. Any game that had a barrel in it, and he would scream barrels at everything, and I'm like, oh. He's calmed down a lot now, I think, but it's not my not my type of content. So this is a really interesting conversation. I'm
Yeah, it
sorry.
suddenly got very serious.
I apologize.
No worries. Sandy Crack done.
Sandy Crack.
Oofed hot now.
It is. This is how my house feels right now. Like, absolutely baking. It didn't help that I put the oven on to have my dinner, which made the kitchen extra hot, and I was like, I was like, I'll have an ice cream after I eat this. That'll do. Oh my goodness.
I'm clawing it back. Hopefully Mazy Cave, Mazy Haze, maybe. I'm having a stroke. Hopefully Hazy Maze Cave doesn't
Do you want
break
me
me.
to call you? I don't even know what it was.
Bondulance.
What's the one? It doesn't help when I'm not the one that made the original joke.
Yeah, it was Marsh.
I'm like, what's that thing you kids talk about when I'm not here?
Heroin! We talk about heroin! Sorry, what?
Heroin. Black tar heroin.
Oh, that was close. I almost never made that.
Ew.
I gotta pee
What
again.
about crocodile? Heard of that?
Isn't that the one that people eat people's faces while they're on it?
It makes their skin go all scaly and hard.
Yeah, but it makes you
But
so
it's
fucked
like-
up that you're just like, I'm gonna eat your face. And you do.
No,
You
that's
don't regret it.
bath salts.
Oh, okay.
Bath salts is a zombie drug. Bath salts is like, yes, that person looks delicious.
Oh, jeez. It's the second time you've spoken about eating people on this stream, Flick. I think you might have a bit of a problem. Although you really like zombie stuff, so doesn't surprise me.
I
now.
like zombie stuff, but I don't want to eat someone.
Yeah, sure. Sure. This is what you're
I
luring me down
know.
there for. You're gonna lure me down there, and you're gonna cook me.
Just never eat anything that's on the menu as long pig. Worsey says, I also want to get into 16-star speedruns.
Great. This is not the stream to watch because I'm really performing poorly today. Plus, I'm doing PAL runs, so they're a lot slower. Like 75% slower. I'm doing an
But
old
we're
run
on
too.
we're on power runs because you've got actual
I'm using hardware, yeah,
for it.
and I'm based in the UK, so
It's inspiring to start though.
yeah,
Aw.
it's a lot of fun. Like, I think the biggest goal for me initially was sub 30, and I managed that like really quickly. But trying to get, oh my god, fucking RNG, dude, what the fuck? Trying to get sub 25 is my next big goal. Are you kidding me, boulders? I've never been hit by those boulders on a run before, and I got hit twice. Crazy.
I think a good tip for if you want to start speedrunning is have someone to talk to as well
Yeah.
whilst you're doing it, because I think it kind of it seems to mellow you out a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've like seen the aftermath of when you've done like a speedrun and you've done it by yourself, and I think you don't have anyone to stress out at.
I got into it quite a while ago, actually, because I started speedrunning not officially, like 2015, but I only started doing it officially the beginning of this year. I just did it for fun initially. I wasn't going for any times. I just wanted the bragging rights to be able to go to my friend's house and be like, I can beat Mario in like an hour. And they're like, no way. And then I just do it, and they're like, oh my god, he actually did it. Like, that was the reason I got into it. But then I started doing it like to try and get on the leaderboards. And it's nice that, especially if you're running PAL, like at the moment for me, PAL's easier for me to play because it's my hardware, but also the nobody really runs PAL anymore. So I'm actually quite high up on the PAL leaderboards, which is quite nice. Used to speedrun Sun and Shine for a while, but you can't get into 64 yet. Yeah, the control mechanics are a little bit different, so I played Sunshine on stream. That was a lot of fun.
Off we go to lag the level.
Lag the level. Not so laggy in the PAL version, but still pretty laggy. I've been
I mean,
playing.
this game is just nostalgia for me because it was the first proper game I ever owned. So,
This was the first 3D game I ever owned.
well, weren't you lucky? Joking. Well, the N64 was the first console my parents ever got me. So,
Melee's
also
insane, dude. Melee's insane.
I mean, if it's something that you enjoy doing, like, there's no harm in doing it.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't see it as a waste of time if you enjoy it. So, it's a challenge, isn't it?
Holy shit! Rainbow Split.
Rainbow Split. Whee! Man, that moment where I'm like, I really need to go to the toilet,
Ah, balls. Balls, balls,
but
balls.
you're like doing all these butt clenching things, and I'm like, I can't go to the toilet.
You want a butt clench with me, is that what you're saying?
Yes. So romantic. That's what I
Can
always
you-
say, but I have other things I should put my mind more to. I think I should just go for it, but maybe even tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, just go for it. If it's,
You do you, my dude.
if you've got time to do it and you think it's gonna be fun and a challenge for yourself, then go for it. Like, I'm useless. I can't speedrun. I'm happy just like plodding along in games and just being slow. So,
Shit, that's bad, that's bad.
but I really enjoy watching other people do speedruns because they're always doing something that I'm like, how is this even possible? How did you do this?
I bet I could teach you a 16-star route that you could manage in under an hour. I think under an hour is like a great place to get started. You wish Peaches would do that. What? Who are we talking about?
Who?
I'm so
What?
confused, right? What's happening?
Excuse me?
I was talking to my girlfriend, sorry. Yeah. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yes!
About what? What were you
But
talking to
I
me
could teach.
about?
I'm pretty sure I could teach you a 16-star run in under an hour.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the offer's there for you as well, my dude.
Ooh.
Oh, are you talking about Peaches as in...
Yeah, as in, or Peaches, Vera
Yeah,
Chat, Peaches.
Peaches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not into speedrunning.
The thing is
just
I
enjoy watching it.
I just tend to be in a Discord call, my dude. It's not generally just Flick that's usually with me. It's usually a bunch of people. But today's super quiet because I think a lot of people are doing stuff. But I tend to have like up to 6 people in the stream. Yeah, I remember your Echo. Come on, man. I remember who you are.
Sorry, it's just me that doesn't know. I don't know, just get Peaches into a call and talk to her. Preferably
Forget
when she's
anyone
not
in the
pregnant.
call, really, yeah.
Oh, she's
Oh
so
my god,
cute.
whoa! We have a fucking run, dudes.
Wow. Right, don't get cocky, my dude.
Don't get cocky, flyboy.
I'm so glad I can't hear it because this music triggers me. Also, I'm still convinced that Peach and Bowser just like live together.
Peaches, Bowser confirmed.
Peaches, Bowser.
That was a little bit
Ah.
slower, but we did there in the end.
Well, Peaches is adorable.
Yeah.
So
That's how me and
cute.
Peaches met. She just kept shouting adorable at me. Oh god. Oh god! What the fuck? Whoa! That was like almost like throwing the controller across the room, rage inducing, but I managed to
So-
rescue it.
This is why I say don't get cocky.
But I wasn't getting cocky. It's got fucking stuck in some goddamn geometry. fucking damn it. Oh shit.
I demand full cocky.
Wait, what? You know it's funny because like nobody here knows that reference now.
It makes me laugh.
Makes
so-
no sense.
No, you slid down the thing.
Oh, God damn it! I did it again. Fucking! I want to do the speed run with. Oh, forget it! I've already pushed the goddamn button now.
It's all good. I say things to myself because I'm insane. Pockets has to listen to me talking to my cats, like randomly in Discord calls.
Yeah, sometimes I never know whether she's talking to me or her cats. So
Stop
you got
making
such a
fun
pretty butthole. Look at your butthole. Look at that butthole. It's so adorable. I'm like, Flick, are you talking to me or your cats? What's going on now?
Most of the time it's
Shit.
me just going, did you just fart?
Yeah.
Boy. That's alright, I've got 2 of them in my sights at the moment, so I'm okay. They're not bothering me.
God damn it. That was close.
I definitely feel more insane than usual over the course of this lockdown.
Yeah, I think being locked in a house is not good for anyone's mental health, really.
No. And it's the whole trying to explain to my neighbours, like, because they're obviously they have people in their houses and I'm just by myself. But I'm like, I've got this king size bed frame that I need to build and I just can't do anything. Everything's just like everything that I was gonna do in the last few months has all been completely frozen because I was gonna redesign my whole bedroom and stuff. I just can't do it because I physically can't do it on my own. So they're all waiting for you to come here now.
I know.
They're all-
I'll be there eventually.
They're actually like rooting for you to come here now.
Yeah.
I have told them that you may bring drums.
It's not a PB, my dude. I missed the throw. Ooh.
Well, we'll see what we get.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because the thing is, you haven't done a full run for a while. You've
Yeah.
done a lot of practice. And we've done a lot of restarting. Because you need to. And that's the nature of speedrunning, so.
It's gonna be a PB by a fucking pubic hair.
What was the last PB?
Fuck, I can't remember now.
It's still a sub 30 though.
Yeah, sub 30 is good. Sub 30 is real good.
The thing is, it's like every time you do this, you even if it's only a couple of seconds, you do get like better.
I know.
It's
It,
just
it seems to be I have either have a shit beginning and a good ending, or a good beginning and a shit ending.
it happens. It happens.
Okay. I'm gonna go take a pee.
Oh, me too.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna put it on the whole screen, so don't go anywhere. We will be right back with some really funny interviews that were in broken English. So,
Yeah.
be right back.
Be back as quick as we can.
Hawkeye.
Hello.
It's getting kind of dark outside. I'm gonna need to adjust my camera. I use my window for lighting, essentially.
Well, if it's light outside, then
Yeah, I do have like studio lights, but I very rarely use them for streaming because they kind of make me look incredibly shiny. That's better.
I'm gonna put my glasses on.
Okay, let me just mute that. Turn that off
Like, I'd
temporarily.
I actually like to be able to read.
Actually, I'm gonna save those splits. You see, that was a PB.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are we live, by the way?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't say fuck or bugger.
Don't say fucker bugger. Fuck bugger. Okay, let me quickly load up this file. So basically, let me put this into perspective, right? So when I was 18 or 19, the Kazukulele video happened. So if you don't know what the Kazukulele video is, basically when I was like 19 years old, I recorded a video of myself playing this instrument here, playing the Final Countdown, stuck it online, it went crazy viral at the time, and that happened. And then in 2009, I got interviewed by someone at this cafe I used to volunteer at, who didn't speak very good English, and was doing the interview in English and then writing up the interview in English. So the interview itself came out really badly, and I think I just stuck it in a box and forgot about it. Skip to this Christmas. My mum's dug it out and stuck it on like a shelf in the room that me and Flick are crashing in for Christmas. And Flick finds it and starts reading it, and it's fucking hilarious how bad it is, because it's full of things that are not only inaccurate but just nonsensical. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask the questions, and Flick is gonna answer them by reading the text, because it's a question and answer thing here. I would also like to say that the image for the interview is hilarious. It's me as Obi-Wan Kenobi but with a ukulele lightsaber. So I don't know where that came from.
It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing.
Okay, so okay, you ready,
It's
Flick?
like a tabloid, right? So you read
Yeah.
columns. That's fine.
You ready?
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
You have almost 2 million views of your Kazukulele in YouTube. Some videos of Mariah Carey have less than yours. Ha 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 ha. How do you feel about that?
Terrified. Absolutely scared of my way. I have offers up and down the country and in other countries, and TV spots, radio. It's incredible.
You even won a competition on a British TV program. You are a new character in videos on the internet.
It's definitely a character that I am. The videos on YouTube are characters. I did them before, because if it were a real person, I don't think I'd like it.
Why not?
Because it's too much. It's really sexist, aggressive, arrogant, all the points of me I don't like.
What kind of TV programs do you like? How do ideas come to you?
I don't watch television. Maybe a couple of DVDs. Kind of Freak. Star Wars. Most of the ideas come originally from other YouTube creators.
Most of the ideas are rip off from other YouTube creators. I didn't,
Similar
some of
kind
this
of
thing is,
short-
some of these,
Oh.
those like some of these things are not what I said. Pretty much all of it's not what I said.
Similar kind of short films. Can't be described. One particularly, Gradual Report. He is from America. He does shorts. And is hilarious. And I can base my ideas on him.
So Gradual Report is like this really good YouTuber who does these really funny sort of Jim Carrey-esque sketches that are a bit more close to the bone sometimes. And I was a subscriber of his, so I think I might have mentioned him saying, I've subscribed to this guy, he's funny. And they've just kind of gone, oh yeah, he totally just does that. Here's the next question. What's the internet for you?
For me, it's a massive way of communicating. I use it a lot and I love to communicate my ideas to everybody. Even when I'm not here, I can post an idea everyone can see. This guy I like, he is not very popular, but his videos are hilarious. It's so funny.
That's the Gradual Report, I'm assuming. The internet is becoming the most important media. Sorry, internet is becoming the most important media. Where's the question? Where's the question?
There is no question. It's the golden age of the internet right now because it's going to be so many like rules and regulations. It's not going to be the same than now.
Oh my god, this is so badly written. This
But
media.
you predicted
Yeah.
something though.
Well, yeah, exactly. I know. I always said that we were in the golden age of YouTube in around 2008 because there was no crazy copyright stuff going on. People could really upload whatever they wanted as long as it wasn't like a direct rip of a movie, and nobody was getting slapped for like fair use and stuff like that. Like it was genuinely a really good time, and people were making a lot of money from ads back
Yeah.
then. But they unfortunately they had to change to fit the mold and make it safer for advertisers and stuff. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. This media is giving you the opportunity to become famous. There's no question.
I've got lots of videos. 86 videos.
That's very precise.
I started in 2006. And hopefully I will do 2 videos a week. I use a really old camera. It's from 1996.
So that's a very disjointed answer, but part of that is true. At least I think. I'm not sure about the other part, but the old camera thing was very true. I used an old Hi8 camcorder, which is what the Kazukulele was shot on, and that's why people think it's older than it actually is. Some ideas come from real life. There we go. That's a question. Apparently.
Sometimes happens during conversations with friends. It says something I think is hilarious, and I expand on it. Other times, I'm in my bed trying to sleep, and it's like, poing,
It's just like boing.
poing.
Are you a creative person?
I like to think I'm a creative person, but to tell you the truth, I haven't really written anything new in quite some time.
And your instruments?
My instruments, yes, they are original instruments, but are made of broken
So they're not
things.
original. They're broken
I'm
instruments.
not original by themselves. I don't write my own songs. I just sing other people's songs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've continued to do.
No, you write your own songs. No, you've
And
written
it's-
an album.
Yeah. To which the interviewer says, "I can't play the ukulele."
I'm going to make a zine. Learn to play the ukulele. Maybe with some link to learn songs.
If someone thought about making this kind of instrument before you?
The tin ukulele, I saw one somewhere else. And then I thought about building one. But the piano ukulele, the kazookulele, I've never seen that. I had a broken ukulele, I had a piano, I wanted to play both, and I put them together. Where's the kazoo pockets?
Exactly. I'm pretty sure I said that. What did you do before putting videos on YouTube?
I was in a band for 4.5 years before I came to the forest.
I'd like to clarify that band was called Oral Sex, AURALSEX. We were so uncool. And here it is. Here it is.
This is where it gets good.
When did you start in the music world? I'm assuming
When
start.
when I was 10, I was born in New Orleans, but my mum is Scottish. I came here when I was 4 or 5 months, really young. When I was 10, I started to sing for a long time. And when I was about 14, my uncle gave me a guitar,
That
and I
part's
had
true.
no idea how to play it. I just listened to the music. I don't know how to tune it or anything.
That part's also
So I
true.
was playing it without knowing anything about a right chord. And I just started to play it, and then I had like 2 lessons from someone. And then I learned very quickly. I only started playing the ukulele 2 or 3 years ago, and that was my second instrument.
Jesus Christ. So, just to start that sentence, when I was 10, I was born in New Orleans.
When I was 10, I was born in New Orleans.
So number one, you can't be born at 10 years old. If you are born at 10 years old, that's fucking crazy, my dude. 2, I was not born in New Orleans. I was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans as a 10-year-old. Maybe that's where it got fucking broken. And then that person, I came here when I was 4 or 5 months. That's entirely fictitious. I don't think I said anything anywhere like that. Anyway.
I just like the bit where it's like, and then I had like 2 lessons
Yeah.
from someone.
I can tell you the two who I got the 2 lessons from. It's a guy called Butch. His real name was Lawrence. But he went by Butch because he was like
Good old Larry.
Well, exactly, Larry. We start calling him Larry later on as well. What's your next step now that you're famous? Asks the interviewer.
I'm terrified. It's strange walking down the street or being on the bus and someone going, "Hey, you're the guy from YouTube." But well, the next step is something I've been planning before all this happened. A production company. Pockets Fox Productions.
Never happened.
We've been working for a long. We've been working for a long. We made a film 3 years ago. It was terrible. Long film. We screamed it in the forest.
Screamed.
And I just like to say it does say
Screamed.
screamed. We screamed it in the forest. Terrible. The idea is a short series of 5 minutes episodes with 2 ukulele songs in each.
So I say that film was terrible, but at the time that we made it, it was actually not bad. Like, we shot it on a shitty camera, we made it in Windows Movie Maker, like, it wasn't bad for what it was. But the 2 screenings that we had, screamings that we had, we showed it in the forest, the premiere, and it was packed. The whole place was absolutely packed, and it worked really, really well. And then the second time we screened it was in the middle of the Fringe in Edinburgh. And you know how easy it is to pack a venue during the Fringe? Like, there's so many people there. You just be like, come, it's free. Nobody turned up. Completely empty.
It's a bit of an odd one though with like film and stuff. It's that
Yeah.
people either will flock or they just
because
won't
the
come at
movie
all.
was half movie, half live performance. So the music was live, and the movie was
Okay.
pre-recorded. So it was like a sort of weird theater piece. Right.
They'd probably
in-
eat it up now because
Here
that sounds
comes,
really interesting
Here comes the first questions.
now.
First people questions. So these are questions that people have asked randomly, and also people have asked me. So the first question is so out of the blue. Like, this is back in when Obama was, I think, just elected. So it says, what effect do you think the perception of the change sweeping America after Obama's election will have on the calming economic tsunami?
Ha 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 ha! What a random question. I'm glad. It's the first every moment in the history of America that the rest of the world stopped laughing.
True.
America is doing something with the fucking brain, and I think he's going to change quite a lot. Even if he is going to make a lot of mistakes, but I think he's going to leave people in the right way.
Jesus Christ. It's so broken. Is Pockets your real name?
No! It's
No,
not my real name.
it goes, no!
No! No!
It's like
not
exclamation
my real name.
capitalized.
That's how I say no. Anyway, no! It's not my real name. My real name is Stuart Kraut. It's terrible. The reason I'm called Pockets is because I'm a girl.
like that sentence. What?
The reason
I'm
Right.
called
called
Pockets
Pockets
is
is
because
because
I'm a girl.
girl.
Right, then continue the thing.
I used to play rugby, and when people hit me, I got sour. I used to keep my hand in my pocket so no one would throw me the ball. The story makes me sound horrible.
Okay, so there is some truth in there, but it's so badly written that you have to really think about it. So I think what happened is I said the reason I'm called Pockets is because I'm a girl, as in I'm scared all the time of anything like sort of physical activity at the time, which was like an okay thing to say, you know, like if you play rugby, it's like I don't want to be in a tackle, you get called a girl, which is not cool now. At the time,
It's
it was
not cool
absolutely fine.
now. At the time,
Yeah.
people used to say it.
So I
all the
said
time.
that, and it says I used to play rugby, and when people tackled me, I got angry, which was true. So instead of playing rugby, I used to keep my hands in my pockets, so no one would throw me the ball, and the ball would just hit me in the chest and fall on the floor. And I'd be like, I'm not fucking touching that. And so the coach
And you
just
got
started calling
sour,
me
right?
pockets. Yeah, sour, angry, yeah.
You got sour,
So
like a nuclear warhead.
like a nuclear warhead. Anyway, I'm having problems tuning my kazoo. Could you give me some tips?
A kazoo can't be tuned. What are you gonna do, right? Well, you must get some spoons. The spoons are like the chilly part of the world. They can fix everything. If you put a spoon, on the table, that table is tuned.
So, I think I remember that because that was when my obsession with spoons happened. Because I did a video about spoons as well. So, like, spoons has been a long fucking meme for me. But I like that if you put a spoon on a table, that table is tuned. Like, that's so definite.
What I don't understand, the spoons are like the chilly part of the world, but it's spelt like chilly is in cold.
Yeah.
Like you're the chilly pot.
What is life all about for you at the moment?
If you ask anybody that question, they won't be able to give you an answer. Because life is just life at the moment. Even if you're in the shittest situation, you can change it to the best. It's just about living it.
That's quite a good sentiment there.
Yeah.
Are you really going to America? Sorry, America, because there's an accent above the E in America.
I just read the answer. It's so bizarre. Not anymore. The guy told me that I'm not what they're looking for.
So I got asked to do a spot in the Jay Leno show, and then they bailed on me.
The guy.
The guy.
But it's the guy.
I said Jay Leno, but obviously they
The guy.
fucked it. Where did the other one go that I had? I can't find the other one anymore. And I'm not going to be able to find the other one. Oh, no. Did I send you it? I think I sent you it, right?
What one?
The other one, the fucking...
You sent me like about 10 million screenshots.
I'm going to
of it.
make you a star. Let me find it.
The one that's apparently written as you.
Yeah.
That I genuinely couldn't read on Discord.
See if I can find it.
I
I'll
just
have to
let you read
scroll
it
all the
to
way
me.
up the fucking list of shit that we've got.
But I don't know, man. It's the thing is, I think because it's so strangely translated, it makes it kind of beautiful.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't think I sent you that one.
But you can see how, like,
No, I didn't send you it. That's a
how
shame.
different slang just doesn't translate in other languages.
Yeah.
Especially I'm called Pockets because I'm a girl.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't load up that other one because it's on a hard drive, and I can't actually access that hard
yeah.
drive without unplugging my Elgato. So I'll have to save that one for the next time. But if you want to read that one for yourself, just to see how fucking gloriously bad that is, I'm going to put it on the Discord, which you can join by going to !Discord. So let me find it. There it is. I'm going to stick it on your stuff. Where are we?
Let me do a bit of this malarkey. If anybody's interested,
Thank
we
you.
are over there. If anybody's looking for a voice actor, I'm available. Because I'm so natural with how I speak, obviously. I'm very good at reading things that are ridiculous and making them sound even worse. So, one of my specialties at school all those years ago was reading people would give me text messages from people they didn't like to read, so I would read them out exactly how they were typed. If
Right.
that makes sense.
No, that
So
makes
you know
sense.
when people used to type, instead of typing out weight, they put W8.
Yes.
I'd say W8 you
Ooh.
space exclamation mark question mark. I'd read it like that, like a dramatic reading of people's text messages, because apparently that was something I was good at. So if anybody needs that in their life, let me know. I'll do it for you. If you pay me £1 million.
You should start up a Fiverr.
No.
I will badly voice act your
I Hi, Four Tickles.
Hey, Four Tickles. Hello.
You just missed an amazing story. We learned all about pockets.
No,
and
we
about,
didn't. How at
about
age 10 I
when-
was born in New Orleans, and
Yeah.
how I got my nickname Pockets was because I'm a girl. Oh my god.
And apparently, if you put a spoon on the table, that table is tuned.
Yeah, if you put a spoon on a table, that table is tuned. True.
The
True
spoons
story.
are like the chili pot of the world. We should get some of these quotes on some t-shirts.
Nobody will buy that shit. Nobody will buy that shit. I remember the story of why you called Pockets though. Yeah, rugby. Honestly.
Is it because Pockets is a girl and when people hit Pockets they got sour
I got sour. I got sour.
and the story makes Pockets sound horrible?
It does. Yeah.
Anybody in here American? Because apparently America is doing something with the fucking brain.
Well, at the time they were. Not anymore. They've got Trump in office now.
They've got a fart in the office.
Well, we can't say much to that, really. Because we've got fucking a blowjob in ours.
True. What's the best part? I try to find it again now.
I bonked. Fucking bonked.
Oh, the bit about how do ideas come to you? And you're like, most of the ideas come originally from other YouTubers.
Yeah! I'm just ripping off other YouTubers.
It's like you're just stealing stuff.
That's essentially how they wrote it, yeah.
My my instruments, they're original instruments but made of broken things.
Yeah, so I'm
They're not
basically-
original.
They're not original instruments. They're actually just broken instruments that I've thrown together.
When I was 10, I was born in New Orleans.
Clippy.
Oh, well done. See, look, that you just need this story to be read to you. It is an amazing story though. Like, kudos to the person that actually wrote it because you did a pretty good job of trying to translate it. Because I can tell that there's like slang that. was
I
probably
definitely had a
used that didn't make any
way thicker
sense.
accent at the time. Definitely. Because
Yeah.
I was fresh out of high school, so...
A lot of it makes sense. You've just got to try and figure out what parts like.
And I was
you
probably
use slang.
really stoned.
Oh, fuck, don't admit that on stream. That's not a stream save.
I think it's some sort of fucking... There'll be some sort of, like, statute of limitations on that. I'm 30 years old. Come on.
You're not 30 years old.
31. Fuck you, Flick.
I'm gonna be 30 years old. You're older than me.
Fuck you, Flick. Let me live my fantasy.
My fantasy is that I'm 30 years old.
Oh, Mario! Why would you do this to me? Fuck!
We need to clip that because that was perfect. My fantasy is I'm 30 years old. Oh, Mario!
I don't think I've got much longer in me, to tell you the truth. It's almost 10
Really?
o'clock. I'm gonna do like maybe...
You're like, oh no, I've just learned I'm 31. I've only got a few moments left of this world.
Fuck you, Flick. Fuck you, Flick. Fuck you, Flick. Fuck you.
Don't worry, I'm gonna turn 30 in
I didn't hit start.
I'm gonna turn 30 in 4 months' time, right? 4 months and a day. We're probably gonna still be in lockdown, which is gonna be fantastic. And as soon as I turn 30, you're gonna be like, nah.
Four Tickles. What? Hang on. Wait. We met in 2016, right? So that wasn't very long ago, my dude. That was 4 years ago. That'd have been like 26. I think.
What?
Nah, when did we meet? Who are you?
Portugal, who are you? I've been your stalker for 7 years.
Oh no, shit, because 2016 was when I moved into here. Oh no, that was right. Yeah, I started streaming around then. Yeah, I started streaming in 2016. So like, we met on Twitch, right? We didn't meet anywhere else. I feel like I'm being an asshole now because I can't remember.
I feel like you know each other.
Do we?
IRL.
Wait, do we? Who the fuck are you?
Portacles. Who are you?
All this time you've been someone that I know. Crazy. I bet we've had this conversation before.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
it's you!
actually, I was gonna say a while
Oh.
ago. I was like, I'm like, it seemed like a bit of a coincidence that the first few letters were the same.
I
but-
see.
I don't like to assume things. 'Cause people
I didn't realize that that's who you were. Well, now I know. In that case, yes, we have known each other for a long time. I was in my mid-20s at that point. I just moved into my own place for the second time in my life. Yeah. I was young, but not the young. Not the youngest in that fucking class. Christ. That was a weird class, because like, I went in as like one of the old people there. Although there was older, but I was definitely near the top end of that. Oh. Punch it. Punch it. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize, Forticles, I didn't realize that you were Forte in the Discord. Well, I didn't realize you were the same person. Yeah, you and Maggie were
we
the
have-
youngest, yeah. I
We had to
remember.
do this whole situation all over again.
Yeah.
Because this happened in VR chat, and it was like, "Who the fuck are you?" It's all gravy.
It's all gravy.
It's all gravy.
But yeah, you caught me at a time in my life where I was like, I felt invincible. Like I could do fucking anything. And then I failed that course. Because I just didn't show up for like the last month. Man, I feel bad. The only reason I didn't show up in that last month was because everybody got so toxic in that class. No, well, not everybody, like, but a few people got really toxic in that class. This made me not want to turn up anymore. Like, god damn it,
Sounds
man.
like
It's just,
fun.
we're just playing music, dude. Fucking... Like, I remember they set us up in bands, right? Because it was a music course. And someone didn't turn up to rehearsal, like, for the whole time. And then when it came to the actual assessment, they showed up expecting to sit in the assessment. I'm like, no, we rehearsed without you, so we've rehearsed the whole thing and replaced your parts with someone else. And they were like really annoyed at us. It was like, you didn't fucking turn up.
Oof.
And then there was another one that we did that then we rehearsed with this other person for ages. And then they didn't turn up to the assessment, and I had to basically sing and play guitar for all these parts that I'd never done before. Like on the night.
It'll be alright on the night.
Showed up and I
Did
was
you
like,
do
oh yeah,
it?
the lead vocalist isn't here, so you're now playing guitar and you're now singing all the parts. It's like, oh great. Great. That's fantastic. I wasn't expecting that. So I ended up
But
having to
doesn't
do it.
that mean that that person that didn't take
They failed
part
that assessment,
gets a
yeah.
bad... Yeah.
But it meant that I fucking passed that assessment with flying colours, so I managed to make the gig still happen.
Yeah.
But it's just like
This is
I'd
college, right?
Yeah, this is college, yeah.
Mm.
But I'd rather not be that person, you know what I mean?
No, I know. College is like from working in a college and now working at a university. Like the attitudes are completely different.
Yeah.
Like my brother did a music course at the college that I worked at, and he just stopped going. Pretty much the same because I think he just didn't want to work with other people.
No, I wanted to
Or
work with
something
other
like
people,
that.
but they never turned up. They
I
never
think
they
so.
never fucking
Yeah.
pulled their
it's
own fucking
sad.
weight, man. It sucked. Sorry, I feel like we're just ragging on our old college course. I had a lot
But
of
I
fun
wonder-
there though. It was
I
good
wonder
fun.
if it's the case of a lot of people think that they're going to go and do a course in music and they don't have to do any coursework. It's like,
No, there's a lot of
no,
coursework.
You still have to
The
do
thing is
coursework.
like there was more people turning up for coursework and one-on-one sessions than there were turning up for rehearsals.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was so strange.
It's like when you want to like prefer to do the fun part. That
It's-
you get
it's
to
funny,
have fun.
I gave a lecture during that course. I gave a lecture to the year above us. fucking the bass tutor of our music group. I was like, oh yeah, we're doing a sort of music appreciation thing. We're wondering if you could come in and give a lecture on ukuleles and stuff. And I was like, sure. And I came in and gave a lecture on ukuleles to the year above us. I was like,
How did
holy
they
shit.
receive that?
They loved it because they knew me from the ukulele stuff on YouTube.
Oh.
So it's just
Cute.
like it was really interesting, like seeing it from that side of things and talking about how it's really super easy to transpose to ukulele from guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't played guitar for years, but when you were like trying to show me how to do stuff with the uke, I was like, oh,
Balls.
this makes sense. I could do this. I still practice every day.
I know. I
I
see
haven't
your
learned
ukulele in
anything.
the background of the calls whenever I call you.
I haven't learned any new songs recently, but you know, it still feels good to be able to play something. And as I said earlier, like I'm gonna get my keyboard from my parents
Yeah.
because I would like to just, you know, fiddle about with it, and then because honestly was like so astounded by what you made from my like 20-second.
It was a good hook.
Piece of
You
music.
wrote a really good hook. And so I threw it into like the sort of metal thing because it was like definitely a sort of metal hook that you wrote, but like on a piano, like super chill.
Mm.
So yeah, it worked really
Well,
well.
all the stuff that I ever like wrote or like for myself on the piano was never like stuff that I actually wanted to play. I was like, I just want to give this to someone that they could do something better with it.
Yeah.
So like I'd love to, because my mum was like, you should do that for Pockets.
I've
Just send him stuff.
Ghostwriter.
No, not a ghostwriter, but like it would be like 2 seconds of a song. Well,
Sure.
2 seconds of a hook.
I mean,
and
the
then
thing
you-
is like a hook
might
can
make
get
it
you a lot of
something
fucking money. In terms
I'm gonna
of
write. I'm gonna write a jingle for cat food. All the cats are just looking at me like, what? Cat food?
You said cat food. Shit, feed me, human.
Feed me, human slave.
But again, like just to bring it back to the whole college thing, that was technically my second attempt at going to college because my first attempt was doing a sound course, which I also flunked out of. Because again, actually there wasn't like this. They just built the studios, and so all the students couldn't get enough studio time. There was too many students and not enough studios for people to get in there. So whenever I tried to book the studios, I could never get in there to fucking do anything. And so I just eventually bailed and decided. I walked into the Forest Cafe one day, and they were like, "Oh, a band were setting up on stage, but the sound engineer hadn't turned up." And they were asking random people in the cafe, "Does anyone know how to work the sound desk?" And I was like, "I mean, I can kind of work a sound desk." And then I learned everything that I needed to learn on the job. A mate of mine,
Yeah.
Shane, this is before I knew him, but he rolled into the Forest Cafe from South Africa and taught me everything I know about live production on broken gear. So I was like, I've definitely found I learned a lot more by doing, and I'm in a very fortunate position where I seem to have surrounded myself with, you know, the ability to do that equipment wise and stuff. So like I'm always going to be able to discover how to do new cool shit without having to worry about,
Yeah.
you know.
But you
having to study
understand,
it.
like, you do understand, like, the principles of, like, what you're doing as well, which I think is pretty
A
cool.
little bit. A lot of that didn't come from college though. That came from me reading on my own time.
I think a lot of people, are definitely now, with this whole ridiculousness of lockdown, a lot of people will be self-teaching themselves
Yeah.
anyway. Like, I've seen a lot of my friends have started to do art. Some of them have started to stream, or they've created YouTube channels, and people that they're like teaching each other how to do stuff, which is really cool. Like I self-teach like how to do a lot of things, just because I like to be a jack of all trades. I mean, music production is definitely not something that I understand, but I'm trying to learn how to do like After Effects.
After
Use
Effects is
After
something
Effects.
that always baffled me. So if you can ever figure that out, like that'd be amazing. Because I've never been able to get my head around After Effects.
Well, I made that one kind of test title card thing that's just a text reveal,
Yeah.
and I did that in about 10 minutes. But I'll sit there and I'll eat up tutorials, and then I'm like, I'll try this instead. That's not in the tutorial. See how that goes. Oh, it looks cool. But I know the principle of animation to a degree because I did it in uni. Well, foundation degree. So I do know a little bit about like how to animate things, but I'd like to know how to make cool stuff with After Effects. Because if I'm gonna start doing like YouTube or whatever, I've always been like, I'm gonna go into this thing with like high production looking stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's what you have. Like you've got like high production quality.
That was
because
what
you've
a friend of mine
got
said,
good
was like,
gear.
it doesn't matter what content you put out there, as long as it looks good and it sounds good. It's a good starting
Yeah.
point for you to discover what you want to do.
Exactly. But it's hard to get the confidence to do that kind of stuff as
Yeah.
well. But I like to learn stuff. So, and I encourage more people to teach themselves how to do something that they would otherwise not think they would be interested in, because you might actually find it interesting.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Well, you can play like any instrument in the world, which
That's
is
because I've like sat down and
insane.
figured that shit out.
True. But that's what self-teaching is.
Yeah.
And then if you get stuck and you want to carry on learning how to do something, then find someone who will teach you that does know. It doesn't have to be in a school setting. There's all sorts of sites now like that you can pay to have like tutorials on.
Mm-hmm.
Like high quality tutorials.
And a
or
whole
go on
bunch of YouTube tutorials. Yeah, I learned ukulele on YouTube. That's where I learned how to play ukulele.
I think one of the problems with learning from YouTube is that they're not necessarily teachers, and some of them will teach you bad habits. So just be wary.
Ukulele Tutor
Also-
is the best YouTube channel, in my opinion, for teaching ukulele.
Cool.
They're fantastic. They were a subscriber of mine for years, and then just did their own thing.
Mm. I've learned from a lot of artists, and bearing in mind, I look at art tutorials a lot to see what other people's processes are,
Mhm.
because it's interesting. Or like I've seen something in their art that I'm like, oh, I wonder how they've pulled that off. Like, how have they done this particular effect? How can I utilize that, or how can I emulate that? Because that's what you should be doing.
I mean, that's
If
what
you-
I did when I was learning production. Was I'd listen to my favorite records and I'd be like, well, how did they make that sound?
Yeah.
How did they capture that
But
performance? you know?
I've seen so many bad practices with art on YouTube now. I'm like, oh my god. How you can't teach people to do that. Also, or they'll like have like, this is a tutorial to do this, and the thumbnail looks like, you know, what you expect the end product to look like, and then you watch the entire video and it gets to like about a minute to the end and they go, oh, it didn't come out looking the way that it should do, but here's a picture of one that I did, you know, a year ago.
Nah.
And you're like, really? I've just wasted my time watching a tutorial and you couldn't even do it? And they're just like, oh, I'm sure it'll work for you. I'm like, well, if it didn't work for you, love, it ain't gonna work for me. is it? I think my brother had that same experience. He was trying to do something with his guitar. He was trying to change something or fix his guitar, and he watched his whole tutorial, and the guy couldn't fix his couldn't fix it because he bought like the wrong size of something. I don't know what he was changing. By the way, I'm not a guitar person. Don't judge me. And he's like, well, if you buy the right size, I bet it'll fit for you. And he was so... Oh man, we had this whole family dinner where both of my brothers were super pissed about it. Like, how can you upload something that's supposed to help people and you
Views,
can't
mate.
even fix it yourself?
Views, my dude.
That's what I said. But I thought it was so funny. It's like watch, like vet the video first.
Then buy the equipment. If they
Well-
successfully fix it.
Well, vet the video before you start taking lessons from that person.
Yeah.
Find out if it's actually what you want to do. Like, I will watch videos. I've got a playlist on my YouTube which is called Learn Stuff.
Mm.
So, like when I'm at work at the moment, I have to have videos on, otherwise I'll just go mad. So I'll put all these tutorial
Or
videos
my stream.
on. Or your stream when you start streaming. So put these tutorial videos on. So I watch them, and if I'm like, oh, that might help me, that looks really cool, then I'll add it to that playlist. If I think it's rubbish, then I don't add it to the playlist, you know. So I vetted the videos first, and then like after work I'll go and watch them again whilst practicing. If that makes any sort of sense to
Yeah,
anybody.
absolutely. I'm just doing a concentrate. Didn't want to get nailed by a rock there. It's Mips
It's-
time.
Oh no. Mips the run ender.
Oh, balls that up.
One of the things I want to try and do as well through this lockdown malarkey, I was talking to my stepdad about it, is I want to try and actually cook, like from the cookbooks that I have. I'm just not very confident with cooking.
Well, you managed to nail that Fallout Blanco mac and cheese thing that we did when I was there.
It wasn't as good as when we made it together. So it probably was, but it didn't taste as good because you weren't here.
God damn it.
But they've got like all the syrups to make for the like Nuka-Cola and
Yeah.
just Nuka Cherry and stuff. So I want to give that a go. So that's not really cooking, it's like it's reducing something into a syrup and then leaving it for 24 hours and then mixing it with carbonated water. So. But I've also got the Wagamama cookbook.
Oh yeah, we were gonna try making some stuff out there, like gyoza and stuff.
Yeah. But I want to see if there's anything like, because there are ramen dishes in there, which I could probably do on my own. I've got a big wok, so.
You got a big one. Who have you got to thank for that big walk?
Oh, Pockets.
Yeah, I complained. The
Right.
first thing I complained about when I was down with Flick for the first time, I was cooking meals. I was like, "You don't have a giant wok." It's like you can cook anything in a fucking big wok.
Basically, Pockets came to my house and said,
You've been
got
living
such
like
a
a single
small
person
wok."
for too long.
"You've got the smallest wok I've ever seen."
Been living like a single person for too long, Flick. Let's change that.
I was eating lasagnas for one. It's difficult
Oops.
though, because
Oh,
I
no.
think
Balls.
when you get used to being by yourself, you kind of don't feel the need to make yourself anything fancy. Well, this might just be me, but I'm like, why would I put all the effort in to make myself something really fancy for dinner when it's just going to be me sat there in my kitchen with 3 cats staring at me?
It's nice to be make a nice meal for yourself, though.
I mean, I make comfort meals for myself.
I'm talking about like a fancy meal for yourself.
The fanciest meal I've ever made for myself
Get in the fucking up, Cario.
is Toad in the Hole.
Oh yeah.
But that's comfort food again, you see.
At least you've got a cooker.
Yeah, it's good. I just
Oh fuck. Man, I'm really sucking hard in the second half.
it's okay. Just don't
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Just carry on. I tried to make myself a vegetable stew and that didn't go very well. Made myself really nice pasta bake though.
Yeah?
Yeah, ages ago. I've eaten it all now, obviously. I was pretty impressed with that. make myself that delicious. It's not ravioli, tortelloni. That's stuff. I like that.
Tortelloni's great.
It's real easy, but you can add other things to it. So living the dream.
Bowser time. Ugh.
Oh, and I make myself chili every so often. I guess that's like a fancy meal, right?
Yeah, because you gotta put it in the slow cooker and stuff.
Well, I don't have to put it in the slow cooker. It's just nice to, because then I can prepare it in the morning or at lunchtime and just let it cook all day, which is real convenient. And then also the whole house smells of food, and I'm like,
Yeah, you look forward to it all day while you're working. Get wrapping Bowser's Grundle.
that's right, I'm getting attacked by a cat at the moment.
Give me that key, boy. Thank you.
Give me your key. Bing, bing, bing. I think I'll definitely have more fun when you're here,
Yeah,
because I'll put more effort into cooking.
I like
I
cooking
will
as well.
cook.
I like
Yeah.
cooking together with people.
We'll cook together, and sometimes it'll be like I can see it happening. Sometimes you'll cook the majority, and I'll be like the sous chef.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck?
What does that noise? What's going on?
Siggy. There's
Oh.
a cup.
Talking to her cats again.
No, there's
Crazy
a
cat
cup.
lady.
Siggy is trying to knock a cup over, because you know what cats be like. It's a cup from when I was drinking coffee earlier, and he found it and he's like, "Oh yeah." Yeah. We're gonna make food. I have to make that Coca-Cola gammon again, because that's fucking amazing.
Mario, what are you doing? Cats do be knocking shit over now. Yeah.
I don't know why they like to do it. It's like they see something on the side and they're like, no. Can you stop eating things you're not supposed to eat as well, please? Especially during this lockdown, I can't afford to take you to the vet. Thank you. Ziggy. Are you eating like a little nacho that fell out of my face earlier? Loser. Sorry. It's an emergency when you see like an animal chewing something from the floor and you're like, the fuck are you eating? Just in case it's like dangerous or something.
Yeah. Well, we trained our dog Ludo to, instead of eating things off the floor, he would pick them up in his mouth, bring it over, and we'd give him a treat.
Yee.
So like if he found like a sock or like a piece of paper or something, he'd just bring it over.
Cause he best dog.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
like you have
bollocks.
pictures of me from Christmas, just chilling with the dogs.
Fuck. Why am I sucking at this trick so bad? This is this really simple triple jump.
You're playing with a different controller at the moment, aren't you?
No, I'm playing with the same controller I've always played with, except it's a little bit more faulty than usual. I've ordered a new one that arrived today, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah. I think it's probably if the controller's falling apart, that's not gonna
Yeah.
help. Like even if it's not related to the buttons that you're pressing, because it's all on one circuit board, it's gonna
Yeah.
cause issues.
Not
I
gonna
mean,
get, not gonna get
it'd
sub
be-
25 today, unfortunately.
but you still got a
Dream.
sub 30 with a faulty controller, so that's pretty impressive.
Yep. It's gonna take me a few days to get used to the new controller as well when I get it.
Yeah, it just means
Are you
Oh, no.
fucking kidding me? Oh man, it was a good time until that point.
I definitely think that it's a mixture of bad luck and faulty hardware.
Yeah. Oh well, this is my last run tonight anyway. Oop.
But when you have your new controller, it just means more practice
Yep.
runs.
Mm-hmm. I might just do some random practice runs at some point. On the Discord. Even in my own time, fuck it. Because it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Trying to figure this stuff. Whoa, game? That's not the button I pressed. Jesus.
Well, see? It's got something dodgy in that there controller, my dude.
Yeah, the Z trigger rocks from side to side as well, so that doesn't really help much.
No.
So you can't quite get a proper press.
I'm still super annoyed that Skyrim VR doesn't work with
Knuckles.
index controllers.
Check out you humble bragging. You've got index controllers. Man.
You hold them for me.
I know.
But it's like, it's made me not want to play the game.
There's mods for it though.
No, I know, but I don't feel like there should be that much effort,
Shit.
if that makes sense.
I know.
Like,
It's like
it
me with
should
Beat
just
Saber.
work. Yeah. But that's what I was saying earlier when I was in the chat. It's like, you know, I just want to play Beat Saber because I want to work out.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really care if I'm playing songs that are from mods, because I can just ramp up the difficulty of other songs.
Mhm.
So I don't.
I just get really
that
bored
bothered.
with the built-in soundtrack.
Well, then buy the other songs.
Yeah, that's money that I don't really want to spend on fucking download packs. Damn it.
No, I know.
That's not bad. That run wasn't bad considering I fell, but it would have been another PB if I hadn't fell.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, well, we did a thing.
So where does it show your PB, current PB?
It'll be at the end of Husbando Stage 3. So the one that says 27:32,
Yeah.
that's my current PB. Oh no, it won't be my. If I
No,
reset this,
that's this run.
yeah, if I reset this, so I'll hit save.
I just want
It
to
says
know what the current.
27:13 is my current.
Okay, that was the last run, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
See where I am on the boards. I'm definitely 11th, but I want to see how close I am to. I think 25 is the thing. Let's have a look. See.
I think you'll definitely get there. Like, you're only shaving, what, 2 hours off? 2
Mhm.
hours? 2 minutes off.
Let's say
Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Filter
Beat
regions.
Mario 64 in minus 2 hours. No
So yeah,
way.
28:29 is my. Hang on, wait a minute. 27:13. I'm 10th now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm 10th now.
Oh, you can finally get out of 11th.
Yeah. I need to VOD that then. I need to
Yeah.
highlight that. Holy shit, dude! New record. New PB, new record for me.
Kiss the peach.
Oh yeah, kiss the punch. Kiss the punch. I am now
She's
officially
like,
10th.
Oh my god, I'm awake.
Fuck. Yeah.
Look at that.
Happy about that.
But yeah, I think if you have a run where everything goes well,
I
you
get.
can probably shave
Well,
that.
it says some
minutes.
of best segments is 21:51,
Yeah.
and that would place me second. No shit, 21:51 would place me first.
Well, there's
In
just more
PAL.
practice until you get to there then.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been super chill. Thanks for joining me, Flick, for the stream and doing some dramatic readings with me.
It's alright.
I'm gonna go and lie the fuck down because I'm tired. And the next stream will be on Friday night. It's gonna be some VR chat, and I'm gonna be rejigging the stream schedule as well. Probably gonna be 2 nights a week, so Wednesdays and Fridays. Simply because I'd like to get back into music production, and I feel as if streaming is kind of taking that a lot away from me now. So let's go back to making some music for the YouTubes and shit.
Yeah.
But until then, I'll catch you guys on Friday, my dudes. Catch you later.
See you later.